In this video, I will show you exactly how I'm currently making more than $113,000 per month with Skool. I will also show you how I placed top 10 in the Skool games so that I can go and visit Alex Hormozi in some events and Andrew Kirby in Las Vegas, and how I managed to add over $40,000 in new monthly recurring revenue into my Skool community in just 27 days. And I will also show you how you can turn any passion or skill that you have into a profitable Skool community in 30 days. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it. All right, we're inside of my computer, how to turn what you love into a highly profitable recurring revenue Skool business. All right, and here's my promise to you today. And that is that I can show you how to start a profitable recurring revenue Skool business in the next 30 days if you do everything that I tell you in this video and if you take massive action. That's my promise to you. And I want to be 100% clear that what I'm sharing with you today works for anyone in any industry with any audience size. And when I say anyone, I literally mean like people who are working and currently a 9 to 5, you're a normal day job and you desperately want more freedom in your life, right? That was basically me when I started. People who have no intention of leaving their 9 to 5, but would like to turn what they love into a stream of recurring revenue. It's also for online business owners who love the freedom of an online business, but are ready to leave behind the stress that comes with not knowing where their next sale is coming from, right? You don't have that recurring revenue side of it in your business as of right now. And it's also for online business owners who have seen success, but are finding it hard to scale their team and truly leverage their time because they lack consistency in their revenue. And I just want to be 100% clear as well that when I started my Skool community about a little bit over a year ago, I had no audience at all, okay? And I know what I'm sharing with you guys today, that it actually works because I've experienced it myself, right? And here you can see myself on a Zoom call with Andrew and Sam and with Alex, and I managed to place top 10 in the Skool games on the February contest. And you can see that I added in total just over $40,000 in 27 days. And the final day, the final 24 hours of the Skool games contest, I added almost $15,000 in new monthly recurring revenue. So I know that what I'm sharing with you guys today, that it works. And I know that you can start utilizing this yourself as well. I'm currently generating $113,000 in monthly recurring revenue without selling my time, all right? Without any sales calls, without any of that. And I have a 100% scalable business model. So my paid Skool community called Max Premium is currently generating $53,000 in monthly recurring revenue. I also am an affiliate for High Level, or for High Level as well for that matter, but for Skool, and that generates around like 5K or 6K per month. I'm also generating affiliate income, so that's another $50,000 per month, and then another bonus on top of that for my free Skool community as well. So in total, this is just over $113,000 in new monthly recurring revenue coming into my business using Skool, right? And this is Hormozi, right? And this is the infamous post that he did on Instagram back in, I think, like November or December of 2023, where he just announced that he was investing in Skool. And he said that I've been looking for an opportunity to make starting a business accessible for everyone. And after 4 years, I finally found that opportunity, and that is Skool, right? And he mentioned here that he made the biggest investment of his life into Skool. Alex want to go for that billionaire status, and he's going all into Skool. So everything you're learning here today comes from real-world experience, not theory. And by the way, lesson number 1 of today's training is this: only ever take advice from those who have seen the results that you want, all right? So if you're going to learn from somebody, learn from someone who has actually done it, all right? So that is why I wanted to create this training and teach you about Skool, because I'm doing it myself, and I've been able to, so far, been doing it pretty well, and it's growing every single day. So with that being said, let's begin this training, all right? But before we do begin this training, I want you to answer me this, and I want you to answer yourself this, right? Either you're an observer, so these are the types of people who are always searching for a new hot opportunity, but when faced with one, they find an excuse to not take action, all right? And end up in a never-ending cycle, just observing the success of others who decide to take action on the same opportunity that they missed. So either you're just an observer or you're an action taker, all right? And these are the types of people who, when faced with an opportunity, they actually take action instantly and work to build their own success. They know the true value of investing in themselves, And they're not the ones that over the long term end up achieving their wildest dreams and enjoying the spoils of their decisions. They are the ones, rather. They are the ones who achieve their wildest dreams, right? And highest aspirations. So either you're an observer or you're an action taker. I obviously encourage you to be an action taker, and I want you to take that decision right now in this video that you're going to be taking action on the things that I teach you in this video today, right? So this is a decision that only you can make, right? I can't make it for you, but I believe strongly in positive reinforcement. I want to do absolutely everything that I can to make that decision for you as easy as possible, all right? Again, I've done this myself, and I'm going to teach you exactly how I did this in this video today. And if you take action on this, and if you're an action taker, I guarantee you that you will be able to start a profitable online school community in less than a month, all right? But first, who am I, and why should you listen to me at all right? Because like I said, one of the first lessons that I ever learned was to learn from people with the results that you want, okay? Versus those who just talk about them, all right? So who am I, and how on earth did I actually get here and achieve those results? So my name is Max Pearson, and I'm the founder of the school community called Max Free, and also the Max Premium school communities. Max Free, it scaled from 0 to over 25,000 members and generated over $655,000 in revenue my first year in business and the first year when I ran that community. Month number 1, $4K. Month number 2, $15,000 per month. Month number 3, $25,000 per month. And month number 4, it generated $45,000 per month. So in total, the first 4 months, my free school community generated over $80,000. Max Premium, when I launched that January 15th of 2024, I was able to place that in the top 10 first ever school games, and it generated $40,000 in new monthly recurring revenue in 27 days. And as I showed you before, it generated close to $15,000 in new monthly recurring revenue in the final 24 hours of the contest. I'm going to show you and talk about exactly how I did that. My YouTube channel, it scaled from 0 subscribers to over 50,000 subscribers my first year, right? So when I started my free community and when I generated those $655,000, I had no audience, no nothing. I got the audience because of my free community and my free training that I gave away. And I was able to make money from it, which is what I'm going to talk about in today's video as well. I've made millions of dollars online. I have this 2 Comma Club award from ClickFunnels. So I have that. I'm not trying to brag or boast or anything. This one is actually, a lot of people have this one, so it's not like a super massive thing, right? But I just want to lay it out there, the things that I've achieved, right? So that I can tell you that what I'm talking about has been working for me. I'm also a top affiliate for High Level, and I won a free Tesla. So the Tesla that I have in the garage here behind me, which I don't think you can see, I actually got that Tesla for free because I became a top affiliate for High Level. I've helped tens of thousands of people to earn their first dollars online, and I've helped quite a few people to make $10,000 per month, some even $20,000, $30,000 per month. And I even managed to help a 16-year-old to go from 0 to over $100,000 per month in recurring revenue. I was not the only person who helped him, but he went through my free training, my free course, and he got started, and I've been helping him on this journey. So I've been helping quite a lot of people and impacted quite a lot of people with my free training. And at the end of the day, I am just a regular guy from Sweden who actually is a huge introvert. I like to sit right here and work, right? And spend time with my dog and my girlfriend and my parents and my family. That's basically it. And I just simply wanted to escape the 9-to-5 rat race. So I'm no genius, special guy. I'm just an everyday guy who got tired of working a 9-to-5. I'm a massive introvert and I wanted to make money online. That's basically it, right? But that's really just a highlight reel, right? That's just the fancy stuff. What you don't know, and what's more important, is how I actually got here. How did I actually achieve those things, right? Because I started an online business because I wanted 3 things. And I think you want these 3 things as well. The first thing is that I wanted money, right? I just wanted to make more money. That was literally it. Because I knew that if I could make money online, I could achieve more freedom, essentially, right? But I would also have more impact. That's the second thing that I wanted. I wanted to impact people. I wanted to do something, right? I wanted to do something with my life, not just walk and work in a warehouse where I was just doing nothing, right? And the final thing was that I wanted freedom. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted, when I wanted to. Doesn't matter if I had to travel necessarily. I just wanted to like wake up when I want to, work on whatever I want to, make a lot of money, and help my friends, help my family, and also have an impact on the world. These were the three things that I wanted when I started an online business. But honestly, in the beginning, it was mainly just money, because money basically unlocks most of the things that we want in life, especially when we're stuck in a 9 to 5. Because here's me, and I took this photo. I was stuck in a job that I hated, and I took this photo when I started to read this book, Think and Grow Rich. And I remember that this was like, I knew that this was going to be part of my story. So I was like, I'm just going to take a photo of myself when I worked in this warehouse for an e-com business. And it felt like a prison. There was one window in this massive building, and you can see it at the end of this aisle right here. So I started my shift when it was black outside and was dark, and I ended my shift when it was dark and black outside. So early mornings to late evenings, and it paid nothing, right? But I started to change my mindset because I read this book called Think and Grow Rich. And because I've got that mind shift change, I actually applied for an internship at one of the top agencies that exist in Sweden, and it was placed in the bottom right corner of this building that I'm showing you on this picture right here. And I got this job, and I got my own desk, I got my own computer, they had some awesome books, they had super cool, it was a super cool place to be. And this building was basically, if you know the Hasselblad cameras, the first camera in space, it was a Swedish guy called Victor Hasselblad who ran that company, and way back. And this were their kind of office back in the day, in the 1800s sometime. Yeah, so it was a super cool agency, one of the best agencies in Sweden. And I'm forever grateful for that opportunity that I got, because I got that internship, right? But I quickly realized that I didn't want to work in a cubicle for somebody else, especially when I was starting to read Think and Grow Rich. I wanted to achieve something for myself, right? And I didn't like having somebody telling me what to do and what I couldn't do with my time, right? That was a big thing. I had to be in there in the morning. I had to sit there, and I had to go home at a certain time. Like, I didn't like that. It didn't fit well with me. Like, how to dress, I could really dress however I wanted in there, but still, I couldn't show up in like shorts and t-shirt if I want to do like a hot summer day, right? Or what to say as well. Like, when you have colleagues, it becomes like a political thing in there where you can't really speak your mind, right? You have to like kind of do what everybody else is doing in a weird way. Or I also didn't like that I had to work like 8 hours per day on something that I really kind of didn't enjoy. I was like, I kind of enjoy this, but it's not my project, and I'm really just building somebody else's dream here, right? And I had a taste of this, essentially, and it sucked. I didn't like it, right? And I also knew that money was the way out of this. I knew that if I could make money online, I don't have to show up and work for somebody else, right? Because money was what I could use to buy back my time, which I could then use to create an impact, and which then would give me more freedom, which was the ultimate goal, right? I want to make money, but also have an impact, help other people, and also get the freedom, right? So I actually left that internship. And this internship would have set me up for actually a really good job. But I decided to leave the internship, and I decided to start my own agency. And I took this photo of myself where I thought I was super cool sitting there with my Pellegrino water and like a laptop, right? On this picture, I had no idea what I was doing. Literally no idea at all. But I'm just going to figure this stuff out. I bought the course, and I actually bought Consulting Accelerator course by Sam Ovens, who is now the founder and creator of Skool. So it's funny how it goes back around sometimes, right? But I bought his course, and I started to learn about like how to create a consulting business and a marketing agency, and I went all in. And within like 90 days of just taking massive action, I actually got my first client, and that client paid me $9,500, my first ever client, a top 100 roofing contractor in the US. So I helped the roofers in the US with Facebook advertising. So I got my first client, and then I got more clients. So here you just see Stripe transactions. I think on this page is like 250,000 of Stripe transactions. And I was making like $50,000 in profit per month with my agency, which isn't that bad, right? And I got this $1 million ClickFunnels award essentially as well. I started to make some more money online. And I also bought my own apartment. So now I was actually making money, having freedom. And you remember this internship, right? That I just quit, which was placed in the bottom right of this building. Well, I bought my apartment on the top left. So it was kind of like a full circle kind of success story for myself there, that I actually took the risk of leaving this internship, which would have gotten me a pretty good job. But I started my own business and made enough money so that I could actually buy my own apartment in this building, which is one of the most expensive apartment buildings in the city where I live. I was able to travel the world, meet some cool people, hang out more time with my girlfriend and friends, and yeah, so I got some time freedom there as well. But here's the thing, something wasn't still right with this, right? I was making good money with the service-based business, with this marketing agency, but it was stressful, okay? Running a marketing agency is no joke. My clients started to demand a lot. I had to constantly perform to keep them, right? It's very results-based. If I had a bad month not generating any sales for them, I could lose them, right? And I scaled this agency to $50,000 per month in profit, but I was basically selling my time, right? I had to do this thing. I had to jump on sales calls. I had to do calls with my clients, etc. If they demanded something, I pretty much had to do it because they paid me, right? So I had to do these things. Adding more clients was tough. I didn't enjoy it anymore. And I knew that I had to figure out another way to scale, because it came to a point where I didn't want to scale this thing. I was making $50,000 per month, and I was just spinning my wheels because I didn't want to scale it, because it was stressful enough making 50K per month. So I was like, if I'm going to make 100K per month, it's just going to be a complete nightmare to run this business, right? Because it's not just having a business that creates freedom. It's about setting up the business in the right way. You need to have the right business model. And when I was doing a service-based business and selling my time, that was not the right model for me, because I was selling my time and I just have X amount of time in a day, right? So I couldn't sell endlessly amount of my time. So it's not just about having an online business if you want to make money and achieve freedom and have an impact, but you need to set up your business the right way. You need to have the right business model, right? So if you're a business owner, or the business owners who are watching this video right now, am I right? Sometimes having a business can be more stressful than having a job, unless you know how to set it up in the right way so that it gives you real freedom and leverage, basically more results for less work, right? So if you're a business owner watching this video right now, you're most likely sitting there nodding, right? Because if you're selling your time, it's kind of like having a job. It's like, I have to do these things. I have to spend my time on these things, because if I don't, my business will basically fail, right? And that's what we're going to talk about today. The business model that actually gives you the freedom and scalability and the leverage that you want. And it will also help you to have an impact on the world as well, if that is something that you want as well, right? Without the usual stress that comes with being an entrepreneur and selling your time, right? So this is the business model that we're going to talk about today. And instead of your revenue looking like this, right? When you're selling your time and selling one-off products, is that 1 month you're making a lot, the next month it's dying out, and then the next month you make double, and the next month you make nothing, and every single month you're waking up and it's basically back at zero. You constantly have to perform and show up to make money, right? Because it's one-off sales. So instead of your revenue looking like this, we want to make it look like this, right? We want to have monthly recurring revenue that we're going to talk about today. You can make a sale today, and then that sale will continue to pay you month after month after month, right? So this is monthly recurring revenue, or MRR. This is something you can write down if you haven't heard about it before. Monthly recurring revenue, that will be your new goal. That is what we're trying to achieve, MRR. This is what's going to help you have a scalable business, help you to have a business that you can actually scale, and without selling your time, without having sales calls and all of these things, you will make more money because you can scale it, you will have an impact, and this is where you achieve freedom as well, because you don't have to sell your time, and you can make a lot more money with it as well, and it's a lot more fun. This is a strategy that most successful businesses rely on, but they hardly ever talk about this, right? They hardly ever talk about it. And there's also a bunch of other benefits with a monthly recurring revenue business that we'll talk about soon. For example, it will become a sellable asset as well. So everything that I teach nowadays is all about working smarter and not harder, all right? And if you're selling anything to anyone, the definition of working smarter is recurring revenue, right? Selling once and letting recurring revenue hit your account for months and potentially years afterwards as well, right? And then this makes it a lot more scalable as well, versus one-off sales, selling once and then starting at zero again the next month. This is what we don't want to do, right? We want to do recurring revenue. This is the definition of working smarter, not one-off sales. And by the end of this training, you're going to walk away with everything that you need to start earning monthly recurring revenue as soon as this week. Yes, I'm serious about that. If you do everything that I teach about in this video, there's literally no reason why you can't start a monthly recurring revenue business and making money with it this week, right? And again, I'll share exactly how I'm currently making more than $113,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue with this model. Not one-off sales, but recurring revenue. And also, here's also an important note. In this training and what I teach, you're not just learning from me. You're learning from everyone that I've learned from as well. Because just like you are doing right now, I've invested I don't know how much time and hundreds of thousands of dollars into mentors to learn everything that has gotten me to where I am today. So you're not just getting learning from me, you're learning from everybody that I've learned from as well. And Sam Ovens that you see here on the screen, he was running consulting.com before, and I learned a ton from Sam. And now he's running Skool, right? And Andrew Kirby as well has built massive YouTube channels and been a very successful entrepreneur. And he's now working with Sam as well. And then obviously Alex Hormozi now, right? As well, who's also part of the Skool team. And I'm sure you know who Alex is, like one of the biggest, if not the biggest entrepreneur online today with YouTube and his company acquisition.com. So yeah, and all of the other people, I've spent literally hundreds of thousands of dollars into coaching, consulting, and courses and all of that. However, a quick disclaimer, all right, before we continue. You will learn more from observing what people do than listening to what they teach, all right? So let me give you an example. Think about the biggest online business YouTuber online that you know of. Just think of somebody, right? What does that person teach? Ask yourself that. What does he or she actually do though, right? Most of them basically teach different skills, but they make their money selling education, right? So if you go on YouTube, there might be somebody who's preaching e-com, or they're preaching SMMA, or they're preaching copywriting. And they're selling the idea that is how you're going to make a lot of money, right? But where they're really making their money is by selling the information, right? It's an information business. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Not at all. I've been doing that myself as well, right? But I want you to be aware of this, that every single time somebody's selling you something, look at what they do and what they say. If they tell you that copywriting or becoming a copywriter is the best way to make money online, well, ask yourself, is the person who's telling you that, are they making a lot of money from copywriting, or do they make their money selling a course, right? The online education space is a massive industry, So with all of this said, I had to solve the problem of online business and money, right? How on earth do I make money recurring without selling my time for money, right? So I was doing my agency, as I told you about before. I was making good money. I couldn't scale it though. I was super stressful, and it was not, I had to change it, right? I had to make it recurring and not selling my time. That was my main goal. So I asked my mentor, and he's still to my mentor to this day, and he's worth tens of millions of dollars. And I'm not saying that's not tens of millions of dollars that he has made, revenue. That's tens of millions of dollars in net worth that he has in real investments. He's wealthy for real. He has he's not blown his money on a bunch of cars and stupid stuff. He has cars as well, but he has real assets that he's invested into. So I asked him, what should I do? And here's exactly what he taught me. And I'm going to bring that to you right now. He taught me that the way to get ahead financially, there are basically two things that you need to do, right? The first thing is that you need to make money without selling my time. That was the first thing he told me. Make money without selling my time. The second thing is to multiply the money, right? Through investing. And we're not going to focus on the investing in today's video. That's something that I teach the people who actually go into my paid program a bit. We're going to touch upon that today. But the main thing is that we're going to focus on how to make money, right? That's the most important thing. So we started with the first thing. Basically, how do we make money, right? The next thing it taught me is that there are only really 4 things that you can sell online. If you break everything down, you can really only sell 4 things online. The first thing is software, all right? Software is definitely not something that I recommend if you're just starting out. Because here's what the typical trajectory looks like when you start a software business. It costs a lot of money upfront for development costs, but then when you actually got it off the ground and it actually works and you have proof of concept and customers, it's a great business to be in, right? Because you have the monthly recurring revenue model there as well. You can have a software as a service, right? A SaaS business. It's great, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of money to develop this thing. Like Skool, for example, this company right here that Sam Alvin's built, he almost went bankrupt doing this thing. He's talked about in podcast. He was spending his personal money to get this thing work, because hiring developers and all of this stuff, it's super expensive. So this is not something that I recommend that you start off with, right? So let's cross this off the list for now, right? The next thing you can do is that you can sell physical products, right? And the cost of the product, it eats into your profit margins, right? When you're selling a physical product. And generally, it requires upfront capital and storage space to start up. So if you're going to sell physical products, you will have, it's so much to figure out when you're the e-com. I have a friend who's pretty good at this, and he talks like it's a lot to figure out. You need to figure out your margins, your marketing, where the money goes. You need to buy the products, so it requires upfront capital. Then you need to ship the products. You need to store the products, and it's just super hard if you're going to be really good at this. And it costs money upfront, right? So let's cross this off the list for now as well. Like if you're a complete beginner, like this is most likely not the way to go. The third thing that you can sell is services, right? You can sell your services. But you're here for freedom today, right? And selling services, that means that you're selling your time or paying for somebody else's time and then reselling that, meaning you have a lower profit margin and less scalable business model, which is key, right? And as I showed you as well, like I like a service-based business. It helped me. I wouldn't change that for anything when I started out, but it's tough and it's stressful, and you have to, like, the good thing about selling your time is that you're selling your time. You don't have to buy your time, right? You have that by default, which is great in the beginning. But as you start to make more money, you start to realize that, yeah, I'm making good money, but it's stressful, it's hard, and I'm selling my time, and it's not worth it, right? So let's cross this off the list as well. Then the final thing there is that you can sell online, that is information, all right? So what's left is our clear winner, and that is selling information. And that can be information about any passion, skill, or interest that you have, or expertise, as we're going to talk about today as well. So information can be packed in many different ways. You can have group coaching, right? So you can sell that. You can sell courses, and you can sell memberships and communities, right? And at the end of the day, all of those are very, very similar. And most of the time, and the way I do it is that you kind of have all of these things kind of grouped together, right? They all have a learning curriculum, right? So you have videos, or you have PDFs, or you have text, or you have audio about a certain topic, right? And that, again, can be about literally any passion, skill, or expertise that you have. Then there's also community aspect to it, right? So this is where students can connect with one another and get to know and ask questions and all of this, right? The main difference is in the pricing and the messaging, right? So the difference between different courses and communities is that you can have how you market it, right? Like what's your messaging? And also you can have different pricing models when it comes to this. And we already know about pricing, right? Or rather this, what do we already know about pricing? And this should be pretty obvious to you as of right now, right? Recurring revenue is king. Either you can sell a course for a one-time fee, or you can sell it with a recurring revenue business model. And you should know by now that having a recurring revenue business model, that is king. That is the best end all be all. So recurring revenue is the most efficient way to make money. It's also the most stable way to make money. It's what makes your business more valuable over time, right? Because if I make $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue today and then $10,000 in the next month, I'm making $20,000 in total, right? And also what happens with this is that the entire business becomes a valuable asset because there's stickability, like you're generating money every single month. So if you want to, you can make it exit, meaning that you can sell this business. Selling a marketing agency is very hard. Selling a recurring revenue business model is a lot easier and a lot better, and it's going to be valued a lot more as well. It's what all of the big businesses do out there. Just think of all of them. All of the big businesses out there are doing this. It's just as easy to make a recurring sale as it is to make a one-time sale, if not easier, right? If I have a course for $3,000, let's say, and I sell that course for $3,000 one-off, wouldn't it be a lot easier to sell it for $97, right? So $97 per month, even if I pay for that for 12 months, for a year, it's going to be $1,200. So it's still going to be cheaper to use my course then for a year than if I bought it upfront for $3,000, right? And here's a fact as well. Major companies like Adobe, Microsoft, and Apple have made an intentional shift away from selling boxed software, and instead they now sell monthly memberships or subscriptions, right? Other companies like Amazon and Google, they do it too. So Adobe, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Walmart, Dropbox, LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple, IKEA, Costco, like all of these companies, they sell monthly recurring revenue products. Why? Because they realized that it was just as easy to make a recurring sale as it was to make a one-time sale, right? So instead of customers buying once, the same customer will happily send money to you every single month as long as they continue to get value, right? Netflix, for example, you continue to pay because you can continuously watch movies, right? And in the long haul, it was a more profitable, reliable, and stable business model. You're not relying upon that one-off sale anymore. You're getting that stable monthly recurring revenue coming in, which is going to not only save you a bunch of stress, but it will make it more scalable, it will make you more money, and it will be a lot more fun as well. Now it has become the cornerstone of their businesses with millions of subscribers and hundreds of millions of reliable monthly recurring revenue, right? So these businesses are making a ton of money with this. So for example, let's compare like Blockbuster versus Netflix, right? And if you don't know what Blockbuster was, it was a place where you can go and actually rent a movie one-off, right? Blockbuster chose to stick with the old, outdated model, hoping their customers would return to buy from them, right? Netflix built a business model that guaranteed customers would return month after month. And look what happened, right? Like Netflix annual revenue in $1 billion. In 2022, they made like $31.6 billion. In a 7-year period, Blockbuster went from $6 billion a year in sales with over 60,000 employees to filing for bankruptcy, right? They just disappeared. Netflix, they grew from a tiny startup to over $31 billion in revenue with over 250 million monthly active subscribers. Insane. Recurring revenue is the difference between hoping for sales and guaranteed sales, right? So that's great for big companies, right? They can do it. But what about everybody else, right? How do you guarantee sales month after month if you're just starting out? Well, the answer is you create a membership site for your audience. And it doesn't matter if you don't have an audience as of right now. I did not have any audience when I started out. I got the audience because of the value that I provided, right? And before you think, that means selling a $7 a month access to your membership, let me reassure you that memberships, they exist at all different price points. Some people think that it has to be this super cheap thing. It doesn't have to be. And this is something that we teach you step by step how to do within Max Premium, is how to find the right pricing model for you, right? Based on your audience size to ensure that you're not just bringing in revenue, but you're able to make a thriving income from your membership. And again, you can make a free community as well and use that as a marketing machine. And again, I had a free community that made me over $655,000 my first year, and I had no audience, no nothing when I started out, right? So let's take a look at some examples as well of different pricing communities. And here's a on the premium side, right? So Hampton is basically a place where they sell it for $8,500 per year, and they have like 1,500 members plus right now. So you have membership sites like Hampton, which charges to events and online community for tech founders and has over 1,500 members, if not even more than that right now. And they charge over $8,000 or $8,500 per year for this. They're making pretty good money, right? But then you have different Skool communities as well, right? The platform that I have here on my shirt. So this is by Caprice Brown, and he was on a part of the top 10 leaderboard as well in the February contest. He has 1,200 members paying him $75 per month. He's making more than $90,000 per month right now from his community, right? And this guy is 18, just turned 18, I think. Super impressive. Then you have Hamza as well, right? I'm sure you've heard about Hamza. He has a massive YouTube channel. He has over 1,700 members right now, paying him $129 per month. He's making over $200,000 per month from his community on Skool. He also plays top 10 in the February Skool game leaderboard. And then you also have Cody here, right? He has 277 members paying close to $400 per month, and he's making over $100,000 per month from his community right now. And finally, you have my community as well, called Max Premium, right? So you can check out how many members we have inside of Max Premium, and then you multiply it with our monthly fee. As of right now, we're making 56,000 or 53, I don't remember exactly, 53K or something like that. And we added 40K in 1 month in new monthly recurring revenue. So memberships do not mean that you have to have a low price. However, you can if you want to. They just mean that a customer pays once and happily pays again months or years later without you doing any extra work, right? You have a monthly recurring revenue business. You have a lower threshold of people or a lower bar of entry, right? They can pay in for a cheaper price, and if they like the value, they continue to pay. So what do we know so far, right? We know that we want recurring revenue in exchange for selling something digital through a membership or subscription business, right? And we want to sell information, right? So this is what we know. We want to have recurring revenue. We want to sell something digital in terms of information. And we want to do that through a membership or subscription-based business, right? Let's cover the next logical questions as well, right? First of all, what's your profitable recurring revenue idea? What are you going to make a community about? This is the biggest thing that people like, what am I going to make a community about? I don't know anything. I assure you that you can do a Skool community about something that you can have. You might be sitting on a very successful, profitable idea, but you don't think that it's possible. I'm going to show you exactly how we find that out. Then I will show you how to start a Skool community and get paid in the next 30 days. So these are the two things we need to figure out. What is your Skool community be about? And the second thing, how do we actually get started and actually get going? And how do we actually take action, right? So I hope that you are an action taker, as we talked about. If you are, this is going to be a very, very good next couple of steps that you can follow, right? So how do you find a profitable Skool idea, right? Well, here's the thing. If memberships are so great, why don't more people have them, right? According to the recent marketing benchmark report, over 60% of respondents who had not yet launched their subscription, 53% of those people said that they were not clear on their idea, right? 36% did not know how to start, and 16% said that they didn't know who to serve, right? So 60% of the people who had not yet started this business model that they talked about, or why do you guys not have like a subscription-based business? Over half of them said that they had no idea, not clear on the idea. They didn't know what to create the actual community or subscription business about. 36% said they had no idea how to start. They didn't know how to actually do it. And 16% said that they didn't know who to serve, who the market was essentially, right? So in this section, in this video, we're going to get you 100% clear on your idea, right? Even if right now you have no idea what to offer, so that you can be on the positive side of the statistics, right? The side where every single month you're generating a growing predictable income just for bringing together a community around a topic that you love, right? This is the goal, and this is the cool thing with Skool. And this is what you remember what Alex Hormozi said, right, in his Instagram post, that Skool is that opportunity. It makes online business accessible for everyone because you can turn any passion or skill or interest or something that you love into a profitable monthly recurring business model using Skool. It's crazy, right? And there are literally thousands of markets out there being served by people just like you, right? Who committed to leveraging their passion, skills, and hobbies to monetize it with the Skool community. So if you think like, I can't do this, well, there's somebody out there who most definitely know less than you do about a certain topics, and they're making a lot of money from it. So you can do it. Don't tell yourself in your head that you can't do it. You definitely can. I'm going to show you exactly how, right? So here, just an example of markets, right? You have fitness, dog training, interior design, jiu-jitsu, nutrition, personal finance, volleyball coaching, pet influencers, entrepreneurship, calligraphy, motorsports, photography, travel, yoga, hunting, social media, SEO, knitting, origami, language, writing, food prep, makeup, biohacking, parenting, real estate, meditation, coding, running, design, investing, blogging, balloon animals, fashion, shooting, PCOS. I don't even know what that is, but that is a huge thing. Social media, communication, networking, Airbnb, infidelity, and so many more, right? There's so, like, literally any passion skill that you have, if you're sharing that passion with other people, you can turn that into a community and a low monthly subscription fee or a high monthly subscription fee business and have a bunch of fun because you're doing what you love. You build a community around something that you love and you can make a lot of money from it, right? This list can be endless. So whatever passion or interest you have, you can make a business around that. And there's people like parenting, for example. There's a specific guy I'm thinking about. He's having a parenting community, making a lot of money, and parents are paying him, is it like $200 per month or something like that to become better parents, right? And he's making bank from that, and he loves it, right? And also on Skool, there's people having communities about dunking, and people are having communities about games and making bank from it. Like they literally have their favorite game in the world, and they just made a community about it, and they make a lot of money. But how do you actually get started, though? When you know kind of what idea that you're going to go for, how do you actually get started? Well, you need a proven formula that you can follow step by step. And it's crucial that you learn from someone who's actually done it, right? Remember rule number 1 that I shared with you in the beginning of this video, right? Only ever take advice from those who have the results that you want, right? It's crucial. And I can teach you how I did it for less than $4 per day. We're going to come to that in a second. There's zero risk to this, and I have a 100% money back guarantee. So I just wanted to plant that little seed into your head. I can teach you exactly how I added close to $15,000 in new monthly recurring revenue in less than 24 hours, $40,000 in less than 27 days, and how I'm currently making over $113,000 per month with Skool. I can teach you how to do that for less than $4 per day with zero risk and 100% money back guarantee. So again, I'm just planting that seed into your head right now. Hopefully that sounds interesting, because here's what you're going to get. Here's what I have to offer to you. It's called the Skool Masterclass, right? Where I show you exactly from A to Z, from beginning. Doesn't matter if you have an audience or if you're camera shy, if you have no idea what to do community about. Inside of the Skool Masterclass, I teach you literally everything that you need to know. And the Skool Masterclass is composed of over 50 hours of step-by-step, click-by-click training covering every aspect of building a Skool community, the best beginner business model from scratch. And don't take my word for it. Just listen to people like Alex, Hormozi, and Sam and Andrew, right? This is almost a plug and play. This is almost a plug and play system, growing your community with monthly recurring revenue, getting the time, money, and location freedom that you deserve. This masterclass has everything covered for you. No other masterclass in the market has generated more 5- and 6-figure earners through Skool, right? And I'm teaching you exactly what I've been doing myself as well, and how I place top 10 on the Skool Games leaderboard. So here's what you're getting inside of the Skool Masterclass. In Module 1, that's where we launch it. That's where we plan everything with AI and make sure that you're crystal clear on your idea, and we plan out your entire course with AI. I show you in this video how I planned out the puppy course in like 10 minutes. A super extensive one. Module number 2, we talk about how to build your course, right? So first we have your plan, what it is that you're going to, your market, and who you're going to create a community about. And 4, in module number 2, we talk about building, right? So how do we build the course? How do we record it without having to spend a bunch of money on expensive gear or lighting or cameras and all of, or mics and all of that? I actually talk against that. And if you go to YouTube right now and check some, like a viral trend on YouTube right now is having very raw videos. You will notice this video you're watching right now. I don't have any fancy editing. It's just me talking to a camera doing a presentation. I'll show you exactly how to do that. I'm giving you templates for everything. In module number 3, we talk about how to sell your community, right? How do you build up a sales process, a funnel? How do you like promote your community and sell it? Module number 4, I teach you exactly how to scale your community. what promotion strategies to use. This is like the creme de la creme. This is exactly what I used to place top 10 at the school games. I show you exactly how I added over $14,700 in monthly recurring revenue in 24 hours. And what I'm teaching inside of that model is exactly what I did, step by step, click by click, so that you can just copy it. Module number 5 is where we talk about and teach how to operate your community, right? As you grow a community, a free or a paid one, with hundreds or thousands or even tens of thousands of members, how do you operate that community? And then finally, as a bonus as well in the Skool Masterclass, you get access to the Skool Masterclass community, right? You're going to be in a community where you are around other people who are doing this thing as well. So we help each other. We have a support structure. We have Q&A calls I'm going to come to just in a second. And we do monthly contests inside of my community as well. So like we're really pushing you to actually get to work. And if you're somebody who really want to go for the school games and actually place top 10 in the school games, I will help you without any cost to help you push this thing one-on-one, right? Because I want people inside of my community to make it to the top 10 in the school games leaderboard as well. So here's what you get when you join Max Premium for less than $4 per day, all right? You get access to the full Skool Masterclass that I just showed you. You also get access to a YouTube Masterclass where I'm going to show you exactly how I went from 0 to over 50,000 subscribers in less than 1 year. But we also have people inside of Max Premium who have a lot more subscribers than I have, hundreds of thousands. We even have some people with millions of subscribers inside of Max Premium. And Harut, one of the coaches inside of Max Premium, he has generated over 2 million followers and like 15 million views. And he has been coaching me how to run my YouTube channel. You will get access to him as well. Then you will also get access to my personal media buyer, right? Suli. He's the one who's running all of my ads for my Skool community and grow that. And honestly, we're getting like 90% of our sales from organic. And then we have some paid as well. But eventually, you will most likely want to start to learn how to do paid advertising with YouTube ads or Google ads or Meta ads, Facebook and Instagram. And even if you want to run ads on any other platform, he can teach you how and how to do tracking with hires and all of these things. So if you want to do paid ads, you have a full masterclass about that. You also have access to Mitch Gonsalves, who's been running a multi-7-figure business now for like 4 or 5 years in a row. And he's showing you how to scale to 7 figures. You also have Sales Secrets, Skool Sales Secrets with Bendik and Linus. Linus is from Gothenburg and Bendik is from Norway. They've individually sold between $6 to $8 million each. And they're traveling the world right now. And they're also running Skool communities. So you get access to them. You also have access to Gio, my personal performance coach and accountability coach. He has weekly Q&A calls himself. And he will hold you accountable, make sure that you do the work and actually do the things that needs to get done. And we're doing co-working sessions 3 times per week right now that you can join. Insane. We're also doing more than 7 Q&A calls per week. As of right now, it's actually more than 7 Q&A calls. So where you can ask your questions. I'm personally doing 2 myself. And then we're doing, all of the other coaches have an individual Q&A calls as well. And we have the co-working sessions. So you have 1 or 2 calls that you can join every single day. We actually have more than 7 calls per week. And so this is what you're getting, right? You're getting all of these things that I just showed you, a total value of close to $40,000, and you're getting this for less than $4 per day, right? So here I've just listed out everything that you get and all of the bonuses that you get as well. You have a bonus of monthly mastermind call as well. So every single month we have a mastermind call where I share just the inner secrets of what I'm doing and what I'm learning from my mentors. You also have a bonus of investing mastery, and where I show you how to invest your money and what I'm learning from my mentors, and we have the community and all of these things, right? So if I would be selling all of these courses individually, and some of the coaches at Max Premium have been selling these courses individually, so it's a total value of close to $40,000, you can access it for less than $4 per day, which is insane, right? So yeah, for less than $4 per day, you can get access to this. And we have a 14-day, 100% money back guarantee. So you can literally buy in. If you don't like it, you can ask for your money back, right? So, grow a profitable Skool community and online business for just $4 per day. I'm all about crazy no-brainer offers. I don't know how to make this a more no-brainer offer for you. And you have a 100% money back guarantee. And again, you're teaching from somebody who's making money with this as of right now. I placed top 10 in the Skool games and all of these things that we showed about, right? But I do want to mention the price is going up soon. And underneath this video on our Skool About page, you will see exactly when the price will go up. It will go up very soon. So if you want to lock in that lowest price forever, like, you should join today, right? And I want to remind you of how you answered this question, right? When we started this video. Are you an observer or are you actually an action taker? If you're an action taker, well, then you should take action because it's never going to be this cheap again. And you can join for $4 per month and you have 100% money back guarantee. So you literally have nothing to lose, right? You need to turn off your brain, ask yourself, does this make sense? If it makes sense, then take action and join Max Premium and have a look on the inside. Because remember, I told you that I can't choose for you. I will do everything that in my power, though, to encourage you to take the actions I know can and most likely will change your life, right? If you just go through this course and learn and implement, it will change your life because you will implement or learn new stuff that you can leverage, right? Then it's up to you to actually do it and implement, and you need to ask for help, right? I will teach you exactly how I placed top 10 in the Skool games and how I added 40K per month in new monthly recurring revenue in 27 days with this business model that Alex Hormozi is all into, Andrew Kirby is all into this, and obviously Sam is building it, it's all into this. And you can access this for $4 per day. I don't know how, and 100% money back guarantee. I don't know how I can make this a more no-brainer offer. Like, what do you get to lose? Like, really, what do you get to lose? Literally nothing, right? So again, this is my second or third call to action. Just do it. Join today, right? You might have some questions though, like, will this work if you don't have an audience? You don't need to leverage an existing audience to make it big with Skool. When I first started on YouTube and on Skool, I went from 0 to 20,000 subs in just 4 months. Plus, I had an extra $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue in the first 20 days of 2024. The fastest formula to growing an audience from scratch is simply to provide free value. When you give away stuff for free, stuff that other gurus normally charge an arm and a leg for, you will generate people who love you, like you, and trust you, and that's how you make sales. So no, you don't need an audience. And as a matter of fact, we talked about this with the interview I did with Andrew Kirby actually before I started to record this in the Skool Games interviews. And I am one of those people who managed to make 40K new monthly recurring revenue, but I competed against people who have millions of subscribers and millions of followers on Instagram. I don't have that. And I was still able to make this work, right? And I had a little over a year ago, I had no audience at all, right? And here's just a Trustpilot testimonial from Kevin. He's one of our most active members inside of Max Premium. So Max is the real deal. You can pause this and read if you want to. The amount of knowledge and applicable information he shares is just mind-blowing. And Kevin is building an awesome community, a Skool community about addiction and health. So really cool stuff. What if I get nervous in front of the camera? By practicing with members of the Max Premium community, you will get great feedback and positive reinforcement. And this positive feedback loop will encourage you to practice, improve, and post more often. So soon enough, you'll be comfortable on camera and create content like habitually. And your videos will feel super natural and authentic, which people absolutely love. And that's when you'll create a real personal brand relationship with those people. So you don't need any fancy editing. And everybody's scared of being in front of the camera, especially in the beginning. And I will show you exactly how to get over that hurdle, and I'm helping you to plan out your course literally step by step. I'm giving you templates for everything and cheat sheets for everything. Like, I'm setting you up for success with this course like nothing else. It's like stumbling into a gold mine. So this is from Maria, also from one of our most active members. So yeah, you can pause that and read that as well. How much will it cost me in startup capital? Do I need a bunch of gear or a bunch of tech, right? I actually recommend that most people to start with very minimal gear, right? Despite what people say you don't need a bunch of gear to get started. Countless successful creators just use their iPhone to record videos with great quality, right? This can also be a massive positive because less polished videos actually look more authentic, personal, and human. And in our YouTube masterclass, we talk about this. On YouTube right now, it's blowing up about just authenticity. People are so tired of this super fancy edited videos. So if you just do something very raw, something very authentic, you will connect with a lot more people. In terms of tech, Skool handles all of the tech for you, right? That's why it's such a valuable tool to use. It hosts your course videos as well as your community and all of your live calls with them. It handles all of the payment processing, which is a lifesaver, refunds, cancellation, customer support, and all of that jazz. Skool takes care of that for you. And soon enough, we will have an integrated affiliate system as well. So your customers and the people inside of your free community can promote your community for you. And all happens seamlessly inside of Skool without any external payment processor that is just a headache, right? And a bunch of VAT rules around the world that it's just a massive nightmare. Skool makes it so simple. Like, it's built for the complete beginners just starting out. In Max Premium, massive value. This is from Danny, also a very active member inside of our community. A Trustpilot review. Delivers more value than high-ticket courses or coaching programs I've entered, and I spent over $25K in the past 2 years on courses, and he said that this is the best thing that he's ever been through, right? So that's it for today's video. If you want to grow profitable Skool community and online business for less than $4 per day, which is literally insane, then just join Max Premium. We have 100% money back guarantee, nothing to lose. Go in and check it out. Remember, be an action taker. Join Max Premium now. You're absolutely going to love it. And I'm all about having no-brainer offers and over-delivering. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Join Max Premium now, and I'll see you on the inside, all right? Let's go.